Dear Gambia, the long-awaited Subconnect TV show, live on GRTS. Njela Mincham, the Rinding Subconnect TV show.
It is one of the leading real estate developing agents in the Gambia. Universal Properties currently dominates the Gambia's housing market and has become a household name in the Gambia.
We are Universal Properties. We have been into real estate business for so long, and all what we do is providing house, land to the Gambian people. We do rental, we do mortgaging, we do leasing to the Gambian people and to anybody who is interested in purchasing a land. That's what we basically do.
The company, established in 2009 by Mr. Alhaji Sanyan, a young enterprising Gambian entrepreneur, offers quality services such as sale and letting of quality properties throughout the Gambia, as well as a complete range of property services, including land purchase and land preparation, residential and commercial sales and letting, land purchasing for investment, property valuations, and mortgage advice.
As low as $2,500, you will be able to have a piece of land. As low as $100, you should be able to have a piece of land. This is Universal Properties. We urge all Gambians to come on board.
Its properties are well located at areas that are accessible to good road networks, electricity, and water. Universal Properties is your trusted partner. Visit Universal Properties today on FIB Building along the Kerawa Avenue. Universal Properties, in God we trust.
This is Modlo Subconnect.
Gainde bugun boom ya pulai dunde. Gainde bugun boom ya pulai dunde. Ya jame gainde la. Gainde bugun boom ya pulai dunde.
Well, good evening. Welcome once again to the People's Show Subconnect with your host Lamin Cham, the Poor People's Governor. Tonight we are out and about in New York City on a special diaspora corner. We met up with an African whose duty is just peace and love for Africa, Mr. William Turner. Let's hear from Mr. William Turner in New York City. Otombadol Ninkanuntelu, Bimena Bakeri, Subconnect, Tamanke, all the way in New York City. Oto New York City nga minitaraje Africa ne olmini alonko inka na diaspora kono nika kacha e kanoni kanunte min soto Africa anin temku mimbe hakilo kono for Africa, their love for Africa. Oto mbita jamala jije ka fay ko Mr. William Turner ay do ko minke Africa al sela mo nyina bake jereje fati gani dilen geremat wate sen sola wat Subconnect anda Lamin Cham, the Poor People's Governor. Tena den dohan to be New York City ñu waxtaan ak suñu africanisme ñi nga xam ne dañ am love bëgga for Africa ñu dem seeti kenn ku ñëw wax William Turner lan la ñu kanaay William Turner.
Hey, what's going on? This is David from Brooklyn. Welcome to Gambia, Ebola free.
Hello to people in Gambia.
Yes, I bless blesses. Haile Selassie in New York City. One love. You see this one? It's a lead. You know that lead. And this man is fighting for it in America. And he said, so far he's been successful. Rastaman says, bless them. Bless him.
My name is William Tuinder. I'm a Liberian. And a politician also.
Okay.
I have worked in Liberia for the last 26 years as a political strategist. I have also been in different political organizations. I have done work with the Liberian people, advocating on the people's behalf. And even during the Civil War, I did participate in bringing peace to Liberia. I never supported any war against my country. What I did during those periods was to promote peace within the country. I have, since 1997, I have promoted people running for president of Liberia. The late Dr. George Toll Washington. I supported him in '97, and I was his campaign manager and also a political advisor to Dr. Washington. In 2005, I also supported Ambassador Winston Tuttman for the presidency. Ambassador Tuttman came forth in the 2005 election, and 2011 also I did galvanize the forces, the opposition. I brought the opposition together, and we put up a vigorous campaign against President Salih. We fell short, but my effort, I believe in the democratic process, and Liberia, as you understand, we do have a fragile political problems there. So I was able to galvanize forces in the opposition for us to put up this campaign. And lastly, I did work and advise the Gomez campaign, Nuna Gomez in Guinea-Bissau, in which I advised his campaign. He also fell short, but we reach out to other West African nations where we are able to do what we can by helping our people because we believe in the process.
So how did your help come in Liberia peace process, because there was too much wars in Liberia? How did your help come, in between the Liberian process transition towards peace from the child state law to now? What was your role? What did you play for Liberian people?
Right. Thanks for asking. That's a good question. And during the Liberian Civil War, I went to Liberia and was able to, with all the devastation happening in the country, we were able to come back to the United States, where we did a lot of humanitarian relief for our people. We brought stuff from the U.S. to Liberia, whether it was clothing, food, medicine, and stuff like that. We organized an organization. In fact, my father was a preacher. He's deceased now. He and I, together with others, we were able to help our people. And during that time, I joined forces with other Liberian organizations in the U.S. in which we lobbied the Congress, the United States Congress. We also lobbied the White House, President Bush, the father. And I worked again with General Washington, Winston Tuttman, and others. We were able to, in fact, when to have the ECOMO forces in Liberia, we were able to meet with people at the White House that helped us in order for ECOMOS to be formed, through ECOWAS. So I play a pivotal role with other Liberian politicians, and we was able to do that. That brought ECOMOS to Liberia. Now, let's move forward. We also, you notice there was an on and off war in Liberia.
Yes, yes.
So Taylor was elected, and honestly speaking, I did not support any war in Liberia. I believe in the process. I believe in the rule of law. So I did not support war against Samuel Doe. All right, because at the end, it's the Liberian people that's going to feed the heat. So I never supported war against Samuel Doe, and I advocated a peaceful removal of Samuel Doe. 2003, when Taylor was president, I was very consistent. I never supported war against Taylor either. I believe in a peaceful transition of power. So what we did during those periods, we met with other organizations where we can find a way to remove tiller peacefully instead of war.
Good.
Well, you have people who was advocating war. In fact, I would say majority was advocating war. And in 2003, there was a peace process in Ghana in which I played a pivotal role. I left the United States with former government officials. In fact, I brought everybody to Accra, and we was able to peacefully have a transition. And Tiller, as you know, Tiller was removed from office, in which an indictment followed Tiller. There's something I would like to add to this too. I remember during that time, the UN put an indictment on Tiller, and everybody was saying that Tiller should be arrested in Ghana. And I was not in favor of Charles Tiller being arrested.
Right.
And the reason being, you know, some people at the time was angry why I had to say that. But the reason being, if you arrest Tiller in Ghana, there will be a bloodbath with the Tiller forces in Liberia killing up Ghanaians. And I didn't want that.
That's right.
And remember, we also have a Liberian refugee camp in Ghana.
Okay.
And if Liberians, military people are killing Ghanaians in Ghana, you tell me what's going to happen in Ghana at the refugee camp. So I never advocated Tiller arrest. I also told them when the time comes, what we need to do with the UN is neutralize Tiller. And when the time comes, Tiller will be arrested without one bullet. And I have friends that called me and told me, I remember I was visiting Ghana, lying in my hotel room when the phone call came and said, watch CNN. And when I turned CNN on, Tiller was being arrested.
Wow.
And there was never one bullet fired. So we as politicians, we must have vision. You know, it's not when something happens you want to take quick, aggressive action. You know, we should always have a vision to see and understand to make things right.
Right. Now that you are in America, you live in America large, and I'm sure you must get your family and friends in Liberia as well.
Right.
Right now there is another war going on in Liberia. This time it's not bullets or rebels. It's something goes by the name Ebola. A disease that is, you know, killing and is spreading all over West Africa, generally Africa in general, very fastly.
Right.
What's your stand towards this particular disease and your advice to the other people, and how can we get rid of this in Africa?
Yes, brother, it's a sad story. About 3, 4, 5 months ago now with the disease, because I myself, I'm always in Liberia, but because of this disease, I haven't been for the last 5 months, which of course, sometimes you have to be out there and find some means to help. That, in other words, to mitigate the problems there. What I did with this Ebola stuff, like I say, it's sad what's happening in Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. These are all minor river unions countries.
That's right.
And for me, I'm a Liberian. I love Liberia, but I'm also a nationalist. Whatever happens in Somalia, when I wake up and there's trouble in Somalia, that bothers me.
That's right.
What's happening in Libya today bothers me, because we are Africans. You understand? One African problem should be all of us problems. So, coming back to the Ebola, I'm very optimistic that things going to work out. As you following the news today, that the Ebola situation is at least coming down a little bit with the treatment center. But what I did personally when the situation happens, again, I got on the phone, make contacts with some of my friends, powerful friends in Washington, D.C., and they was able to lead me from one department to the next. So what we did, we were, like I say, I did work with the International Medical Group. I started to, because they wanted me to help recruit doctors and nurses, sanitation worker for the organization. So I was able to contact many Liberians in the U.S., some at home, and we was able to get them to Liberia. Now today, the International Medical Group is on the ground in Liberia working, you know.
Okay. So what's your advice to the Liberians internationally and African international before we go to the end of the program?
Well, I tell you something, brother. There's a lot of work need to be done in Africa because the question about the Ebola, it bothers me when we are independent nation and yet and still we couldn't even prevent a common disease. We have to go back to the colonial powers, the Western power. Come back, help us, help us, help us. We gotta take the initiative, we as Africans, you understand, to start doing things for ourselves. True, very true, you need the help of people because, you know, we all communities of people. But sometimes we must take the initiative to make things work. So my advice, there's so many other advices that we have to give, but coming to Liberia, because I've worked and done things in Liberia, I would say what we need in Liberia to get out of the situation we're in today is education for our people, my brother. Education. And I'm not just talking about classroom education, but education at the highest level. You understand? People always say we are terrible country. But I say, let's input first word education. And if we can do that, we're going to get, at least pave our way out of poverty. And when you're a poor person, one way out of being poor is to get education. I thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Last word to the people on watching South Connect.
Well, I want to thank you, Brother Champion, and the people of Gambia for reaching out to me. And I have visited Gambia on numerous occasions, and this time I will be looking forward to an invitation from you, to come to Gambia, to meet with my brothers and sisters in Gambia.
Well, thank you. That was William Tuinder, Liberian peacemaker in New York City. And right about now, we're meeting our brothers out of Jamaican, African, Caribbeans in New York City, the Rastafari community. What do they have for Africa? Kon mbokk yi xarit yi di leen wax jërëjëf kookoy William Tuinder in New York City léegi nag ba léegi ñu ngi New York City di waxtaan ay Jamaican, African, Caribbeans ñu fa nekk ñoom tam ñu déggul leen lu ñoo wax toppaleen caméra bi. Let's go New York City la tey nag jërëjëf.
Yeah man, blessed love, you don't know. Love and respect to the world. Gambia, big up yourself. South Connect. You see me, I say Natty Kasha, live in skillful color. Yeah man, lovely days in Africa. Blessed love.
Alright, tell us what Natty culture do and what it means.
Well, Natty Kasha is the title of an artist myself. Natty, you know, is the locks, we grow locks. It's original come from here. And Kasha is a plant. It's like the native plant. It's all over Africa, it's all over in the Caribbean. You know, the cashew plant, you know, where it grows and it's also medicinal, you know, and you know, the cashew plant is an ancient plant.
So cashew is a root or it's from a tree?
It's a tree itself. Yeah. And that tree also, sometimes some of the elders back home, they usually cut that tree down and they make firewood from it. You know, they say that is one of the hottest firewood, you know, the hottest fire coal where it doesn't really smoke a lot. You know what I'm saying? The firewood, they don't smoke much. So they say it's one of the hottest firewood, you know. And I'm here chatting with my brother, Super, you know. That's the man say me, chatting with Empress, Queen Gem, you know.
Super, say hello to the people, man.
Big up Zambia.
Gambia.
Blessed.
Your name?
Sister Jam.
Sister Jam. Yeah. So what do you do for Nati?
Help him management-wise. Yes, and you know, that's it. Management, helpful.
One good thing about him. What can you tell us about Nati if somebody asks you what is Nati?
Nati is a big talent. That is, yes, he's a talented young man. Yes.
Okay.
Whose name will be known worldwide.
Yes,
if it's not yet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessed. So Nati, what makes you believe in reggae music and your Rastafari thing?
Well, you don't know, I Selassie is the Almighty. Empress meaning is the mother of creation. So, you know, reggae music came and merged from I and I culture as races, you know. So it's a music where I find to be beautiful. I love it because it makes me feel good when I listen to reggae music. You know, I like to write songs, I like to sing them, I like to perform and stuff like that. So music always been a part of my life, you know. And Rastafari culture always been a thing.
In Rastafari culture, who is your favorite Rastafari artist or who inspired you? Who do you follow in Rastafari culture?
Yes. Most of all, I follow Haile Selassie Empress, meaning first and foremost. And King Emmanuel, Marcus Garvey, you know.
Yes,
so, and you know, the ancient elders like Nelson Mandela,
yes,
you know, Steve Biko, you know, man like Fella, you know, all them ancient, you know. So give thanks because, you know, I man come and learn about this culture. I man come and learn the music as well, you know. So my first inspiration to the music, like personally in duration, it was my Virgin Bucky Ital, you know. A youth where I come see writing his songs, exercising his songs, singing his songs, going to like shows with him and dance with him, making sure that he perform and stuff like that. But then after a while being around Virgin, you know, growing up with him and things, the music became inflicted in me, just come within and you know, him always tell me, say, yo, Natty, you always a sing and a DJ, why you don't just write your song? Or, you know, write a song and start doing it. And from that point, that's where the real inspiration came from. But I always loved the heroes, the original heroes, you know, like Bob Dennis, you know, Sugar Minor, you know, all them great ones, you know. Alton Ellis, all of them, you see me and say. So the music been always an influence to me.
Your first song, what was your first single on the album?
My first single on the album?
Yeah.
My first single on the album was more like Fight Against the Righteous. And that song was produced and recorded at Youth Black Faith Records. Big up Isaac Faith, see me, them on the old black fraternity, see me I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up Brooklyn, New York, them 90s still, so big up the old Bronx community, see me.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We've seen in your album there's a song called Good Days in Africa.
Lovely days in Africa.
Lovely days in Africa.
Good days and beautiful days in Africa.
Yeah.
You know?
Why lovely good days in Africa?
Why lovely days in Africa?
Yeah, why lovely days in Africa?
Did I sing lovely
Yeah,
days
what
in
makes
Africa?
you sing that lovely days
in Africa?
in Africa? Yeah.
Well, if I tell you the truth, that song came to me from the Emperor, you know?
Yeah.
And I was at the studio. First of all, I heard one of my brethren on the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
A youth named Firestone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a very good vocalist, great singer, great writer.
Mm-hmm.
And grew up with him as well. So, me hear Firestone on the track and I said, "John, father, I don't know when I put on the rhythm." The man I say, "Yo, Cash, if I jump on the rhythm, And we just, after a while, I settle down in the studio, sit down on a piece of tree stump and they think and I listen to the song. And over the past couple of months before that, my brethren was going to Africa. You know, a youth named Eric Smith, you know, and an ex Rasta man, a singer same way, been traveling to and fro to Africa doing his music and stuff like that. So I man did have the idea. I said, "John, over that life to go to Africa one of them times."
Yes,
you know, so that was also influenced in that song being created.
Give us a cappella about the song.
An acapella?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. How you say, man? Lovely days in Africa, lovely nights in Mama Africa. Girl, you're beautiful, more flowers and fruits you can think of. Summer days in Africa, summer nights in Mama Africa. Girl, you're beautiful, more flowers and fruits you can think of.
So what's the song like? Is it in a reggae style?
Yeah, man, reggae. It's reggae. It is a more modern instruments and stuff, but it's reggae, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, give thanks.
What will be your message to the people in Africa that you have never been so far?
Blessed love to Africa, you see me, I say a whole heart of love, you see me? Love Africa from the day I born. You see me, I say love the idea, knowing that I'm coming from the foundation, you know? And I just love Africa, see me. You see me, I say blessed love Africa. I'm just do good and good will follow you, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For the people that you know, there are most of reggae artists that have been to Africa, some didn't go. And most people again in Africa believe some of the Rastafarians defend them in another way, but same Rastafarians want more money from Africa than the source they get from here.
Okay. Well, honestly speaking, I never experienced Africa yet, but growing up in the industry out here in the Western Hemisphere, the music hasn't paid I and I over the years, talking the truth. But through the love of the music, I man keep recording, I man keep performing, I man always go to shows and, you know, present. Sometimes I work, sometimes I don't work, depending on promoters and also, you know. So I man really don't have much to say about how I want to go about his business, you know what I'm saying? Because my business is my business. I don't really business about nobody else's business.
Right.
Unless you introduce me to your business.
Yeah. Before we go, give a little thing for Saf Connect.
Saf Connect?
Yeah. This is Nati Court. I'm watching Saf Connect. Nati?
Kasha.
Nati Kasha. I am watching Saf Connect in the Gambia. Hi, this is Nati Kasha watching Saf Connect from the Gambia. Give it like a 1 minute, little acapella and say your name. Go on.
Yeah, big up yourself, Soft Connect. You don't know, Natty Cash alive in living skillful colors. Big up the whole fraternity, the whole continent, Africa. Big up Gambia, them for know that straight. Soft Connect to the world, to the globe.
Yes. New York City, another blessed artist by the name Natty Kasha, live on Soft Connect. For the first time, listen to him live and direct, words from his mouth, and coming soon. Natty Kasha on Soft Connect. Yes, Rasta, welcome.
Big up yourself, Lamin. You don't know, Natty Kasha said that straight, genuine to the world. Big up the whole Gambia. Yeah, I would love to be there soon to perform and sing for you. You know what I'm saying? Big up Soft Connect, straight. Haile Selassie, Rastafari.
Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Glory, my Lord. Jah kindness, aka love.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my Lord. Give thanks.
Give thanks, Mr. Love. Welcome to the Soft
Jah
Connect.
kindness.
Give thanks, Jah kindness. Welcome to Soft Connect.
Haile.
Yes, I. First of all, we want to start about your view towards the Africa and your advice to the African people, them that never been to the United States and JA.
Haile. Well, my advice is you in Africa, you at motherland, you know, we here in our Babylon a struggle, as you can see what happening in America right now with Eric Gardner and the justice. There's no justice for a black man in America. Don't matter after 400 years of slavery, same results, you know. So love yourself, respect yourself, strengthen yourself, love each other, teach each other, show each other love and compassion, because God is compassion. You know, this is what I can say about it, because Jah shows us everything, and at the end of the day, after all is said and done, love is the way. You know, war don't bring nothing but death and violence. You know, glory.
Glory to be Jah. Mr. For you being one of the soldiers in the street in the United States, you represent our culture, our tradition. What's your view towards the people about black people in America?
Well, there's black people all over the world, but at least that are conscious people. You know, consciousness we are fight for right now. Conscious, you have to be conscious within yourself. You know, and American black people, to be honest, they are not strong mentally, you know, because they are captivated by fame and fortune and misleading the youths and them with the rap game, the gangster life, and there's no end to that, you know, but 6 feet under or behind bars, or police choking you and shooting you without even getting to pay a price. Because if you want to get away with murder in America, become a police officer. You know?
Wow.
That is exactly what it is. You know, if you want to get away with murder, become a police officer. Yeah, but so you go.
Most people blame the police, some blame the black people, some blame the white people. So some blame the system. What will you call it?
Well, blame is to put on everyone, because as a nation, as a people, we bring this upon ourselves. You know, because monkey know what tree to climb. Yes. As we all say, you know. There's an old saying back home, monkey know what tree to climb. These people are, as I said, you know, the youths and them bring this target upon themselves. They walk around, their pants hanging off their ass. No disrespect, you know, the way they speak, they bring this attention to themselves. So the police must be suspective of them, you know. Where, like I and I, how we carry ourselves, they know they can't come just so and come about us. And most they can come and say, where's your weed? Not every Rasta smoke weed also, you know.
That's right.
So you have to stand up, as Bob Marley says, stand up for your rights, stand up for something. Malcolm X say, a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. So we stand for righteousness and we stand for love. So them can't come wrong, I and I, because love is the foundation, you know. Glory.
Blessed. So once again, as we are still in the street of America, what's the solution and what's the way forward for the black people? Can we say we're still not free yet?
You can never be free. You know, you can never be free in America, because at the end of the day, as I said, 400 years and the same results, you know, slavery still exists. They say you're free, but they give you a job 9 to 5 just to survive. You have to pay your bills. If you don't pay your bills, you'll be out on the street suffering, homeless. So they use they take away the word slavery and they put job. But at the end of the day, it's the same results. Go and pick out the cut now in the plantation same way. You know. But at the end of the day, to get it out of it, we came on this mission in America is to get something, and after some years leave or be something positive. You know, give back something to the community, help the homeless, the naked, you know, the sick, the children. You know, the children need guidance in America. Nobody have guidance. America is a place with no culture. You know, they have no culture. The culture is a white man with a whip and a horse.
Yes,
Trust me, I know they wear the uniform of brutality. NYPD, uniform of brutality. Trust me, they're legal to kill, you know.
What is your advice as you represent Rasta man?
Well,
How do you represent Rasta? How do you represent your Ethiopia?
Well, as you say, Ethiopia is the beginning of a foundation, you know. Ethiopia is the land of civilization, you know. Africa. And we represent Rastafari. All I said at the end of the day is love, you know. And who is against love is Babylon, you know. And these people don't showing each other love. How can you protect and serve with a gun on your waist? You're not protecting no one, you're not serving no one with a gun on your waist. Gun do not save life, gun take life. You know? So Rasta no walk around with gun. You know, we don't fight against each other. We try to show love, you know. We go through trial and tribulation each and every day. We go through persecution to become a Rasta, you know. This is not just a walk in the park, you know. We go through trial and tribulation just as everybody else do, but we go through it at a harder time. Because the society, the government, jobs, everything is fighting against us. And we have to show ourselves and lift our standard and carry ourselves with love and dignity, you know. That's all I have to say about that whole situation.
So when them say it's not you don't have to be a dread to be a Rasta, it's a truth in there.
It's half and half, because how can you be a coconut tree without coconut? You know? How can you be a coconut tree without coconut, you know?
Yes,
you have to represent something, you know? It starts from your heart. I wasn't born Rasta in the sense of I didn't born with dreads on my head, but I grew up. And as growing up, you grow conscious, you know, and you have to look at yourself and say, if the white man have Jesus, and the Arab man have Allah, and the Chinese man have Buddha, and the Indian have Mother Lakshmi, where's the black man God and the black man kingdom? Where's my God? Where's the man who look like me? If God make man in his own image and his own likeness, God look like I and I, because you live yourself natural, and if you live yourself natural, you become Rasta. It's a natural way of life. It's simple, you know, you're not educated, you know. It's a very simple logic, you know, King. But people try to put education first, but it's inspiration come first, you know, then education. You have to be inspired. And Jah inspired I and I, you know. Jah teach I everything.
Respect.
All praises be unto God. Not no man, but God highly Selassie himself, you know.
Rasta love, nice meeting you, South Connect.
Glory, my Lord.
Glory. Your last word to the people?
Love is the way. You know, give love, you will receive love. Show love, you will see love. Show hate, you will see hate. Yeah, that's how I go. But love is everything.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you. This is all what we have for you on South Connect, the People Show. Every Wednesday it is here. Like us on Facebook, Champion Sounds Production. On YouTube, South Connect, the People Show. Kon bokki hariti lii la ñu waxtu bi maye ñun ñoo yen tey si New York City kon nag di leen wax jërëjëf ba beneen Wednesday ñu ñëw beneen affaire yu bees yu saf oto mbaadi wala la barka baake Banjul fo koyna katon fo amdallah kumuto abel na fara la barka baake base en kol manjinal la farfeñan kol kanilla en kol manjinal bela katon kol la barka baake a ñomin kol la barka binga wala sotale nim baadi wala diamuta min yalon ko en ka foy African Caribbean min ban New York City aliyamo le kubo min fo ye love min fo anon kano ye min soto Africa fana nyantam famuta wala won nyama sakato man tol Gambian call peace and love. One love once again. We see you all next week with another exclusive entertainment, interactive show on South Connect, the People Show. Ciao. Thank you very much for my camera team. Loving you all editors. Bye.
It's here Gambia, the long-awaited Subconnect TV show, live on GRTS. Njela Mincham, the Rinding Subconnect TV show.
It is one of the leading real estate developing agents in the Gambia. Universal Properties currently dominates the Gambia's housing market and has become a household name in the Gambia.
We are Universal Properties. We have been into real estate business for so long. And all what we do is providing house, land to the Gambian people. We do rental, we do mortgaging, we do leasing to the Gambian people and to anybody who is interested in purchasing a land. That's what we basically do.
The company, established in 2009 by Mr. Alhaji Sanyan, a young enterprising Gambian entrepreneur, offers quality services such as sale and letting of quality properties throughout the Gambia, as well as a complete range of property services, including land purchase and land preparation, residential and commercial sales and letting, land purchasing for investment, property valuations, and mortgage advice.
As low as $2,500, you will be able to have a piece of land. As low as $100, you should be able to have a piece of land. This is Universal Properties. We urge all Gambians to come on board.
Its properties are well located at areas that are accessible to good road networks, electricity, and water. Universal Properties is your trusted partner. Visit Universal Properties today on FIB building along the Kerawa Avenue. Universal Properties, in God we trust.
This is Modlo Subconnect.
Gainde bugun boom ya pulai dunde. Gainde bugun boom ya pulai dunde. Ya jame gainde la. Gainde bugun boom ya pulai dunde.